Greetings and salutations. Welcome to another episode of 365 Days of Gaming. I appreciate you taking that time to check out the video. You already know what to do. Much appreciated in advance. But let's not delay. So we got another fighting game on our hands, another one from the Capcom Fighting Collection, and a game that has received a lot of love from people online, but not necessarily from those who have the ability to make sequels of this game. So we're talking about Darkstalkers, and more importantly, we're talking about Darkstalkers 3, which is the one I had for PlayStation, and this game is very special to me for multiple reasons. First and foremost, this is the first Darkstalkers and the only Darkstalkers game that I owned. I didn't even really know much about it other than it was a Capcom franchise, so I saw Capcom on the cover. I was like, all right, let's go ahead and get it. It can't be bad, and I was proven right. It is very good. One of the things about this game is like, before Street Fighter was very heavy on all of the super moves and like EXs and all of that stuff, Darkstalkers had all of it. And I don't know how much credit it gets among like, the mainstream about it, probably none. And that's okay. That's what we got this series for, is to give credit where credit's due. So there's a lot of things that I really appreciate about this game. The pace of it, it's probably one of the like faster fighters of that time that I can remember. I don't know. I just always felt like, yes, it has a turbo mode, but even so, just the base game was a lot of combos, a lot of nuance, a lot of, every character has the potential to do a lot of damage and really look cool while doing it. It's like the monster theme of Street Fighter, right? So you take what you know and love about the 2D fighting of Street Fighter, and you combine it with all the different versions of monsters that you've heard of, whether it's vampires, succubus, Frankenstein, zombies, werewolves, Little Red Riding Hood, a giant queen bee, and that's what makes this game really cool, is all of these different monster type characters have all of these different ways that they play in different combos. Like the Sasquatch is all based on ice, but he's also doing a lot of grab type moves. You got Anakaris doing the zombie action and giving me the business, as you may see in this video. But that was one of the first things that stuck out to me, is like, there are no throwaway characters. Everybody has potential and everybody can do a lot of damage. So you got to be on your P's and Q's. The game also was one of those games where it was like, you're going to sink or swim. There is no taking it easy on you. You need to learn what your character can and cannot do as quickly as possible. And the combos and stuff like that. I mean, obviously you have the Street Fighter style inputs. Like I said, they have the press 2 punches or 2 kicks whenever you do a super move, or special move, I should say, to do like the EX version. But then you also do have those super moves. So you got the super gauge, which I was really fond of, because this was like giving me my fix for like Marvel vs. Capcom or X-Men vs. Street Fighter, which if you know better, you know that playing that game on a PlayStation is not the move. So this was for a PlayStation game to have an arcade port, because this is the port of Vampire Savior. If you are familiar with the Darkstalkers lore and universe, this would be the 3rd game in the series. And there's a lot of stuff that I really like about the fact that, you have the super move meters, and, you don't have to worry about some of the problems that the PlayStation had emulating arcade games where, if you play X-Men versus Street Fighter, you can't tag out unless one person picks the other person, and you're only playing with 2 people technically. So this game, it plays fantastic. I always enjoyed this game, and to the point where I didn't think about, man, I wonder what the arcade version was like. This was a pretty solid port. The other thing is it has the Killer Instinct style round setup, where basically both people have 2 lives, and as soon as you take the life bar off, it starts the next round. And I always wish more fighting games did that. That's one of the reasons why I enjoy Killer Instinct so much. And this game is even faster at starting the next round. Pretty much as soon as they hit the ground, it's time for you to jump back in and get to fighting. And the cast, I mean, so many different characters that I really enjoy playing. Like Dimitri is probably my favorite character. He gives me that Akuma vibe, and he's kind of cool with the Dracula style, and he's a slick character. But then I have like J. Tao Bane that I really like playing with. Obviously Morgan, because I mean, why wouldn't you play Morgan? I said Anakaris if I'm trying to be zony and grab from 17 feet away. But just, all the characters play pretty differently, but also, the gameplay itself is very easy to pick up. I said the biggest thing is probably adjusting to the speed, but other than that, I mean, if you played any of the 2D fighters from this era, you'd be able to jump in and have some fun with it. But Also, the as you progress through like the arcade mode or the story mode, the computer will give you a 10-piece, no questions asked. Like, it's not, like I said, the level of difficulty is not for the faint of heart. You can just put it on easy if you really want to, but I mean, if you're gonna play it, at least play it on normal. Give yourself some sort of challenge, right? The main bad guy in this one is Jeddah. So you even have the previous boss Pyron in this version, which I thought was really cool. I'm a fan of adding all the boss characters to the roster like regular characters, and then, just bringing the new guy along. But yeah, Darkstalkers finally getting some more love, so I wanted to, speak my piece on it and use this opportunity to say what a great game. And I'm hoping that this Capcom Fighting Collection kind of gives it a revitalization, and maybe, just maybe, we get an actual sequel. I know they like to do if you don't buy this, then you don't get a new game. So we can make that work. We can play this as part of the collection and see what we can make happen. I like to hear who your favorite characters are. Who did you play? Who was your nemesis? Because for me, it's either BB Hood or Queen Bee. They usually give me a lot of problems, or even Sasquatch from time to time. And as always, Anna Karis just zoning me to no end. But yeah, who did you like playing with? Who did you hate playing against? You have some memorable battles that you'd like to speak of. I always appreciate hearing your different stories about you and your siblings or whoever you may have had these battles with. And hopefully, we get a new game. And as always, I appreciate you checking out the video. Y'all have fun. Y'all be safe. Peace.